Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Trek Online. In the last episode, the D'Varin was sent to investigate the disappearance of a Republic warbird. Upon investigation, we discovered that the Romulan Empire has been hiring Cardassian True-Way privateers to attack and capture Republic vessels. Of course, we rescued the missing Republic ship and we destroyed several Cardassian vessels in the process. Today, I have received a subspace message from Commander Charva. She says that she knows we've been looking for Tovan's sister, Rhinna, and apparently she's managed to find out more information about her. Apparently she was captured in the Fiben system. She's been questioned by the Tal Shiar, and now they're moving her and other prisoners to a penal colony deep in Romulan space. She says they'll be using civilian transports, lightly guarded by a few Romulan Star Empire ships. She says that the transport will be passing through the Kinkathanza system, and that if we don't go now, we'll never see her again. She says she's risking her position to tell me this, and that she wouldn't like me to make her regret her decision. Well, this is too important to ignore, and Republic Command doesn't have any missions for us at the moment. The D'Varin has been on a standard patrol, but I suppose we can skip the rest of the patrol route and get back to it later for something this important. Helm, set a course for the Kinkathanza system. Warp 3.
We've located the transports that are carrying the prisoners. And Charva's intel isn't exactly accurate. She told us they were going to be Tal Shiar ships, but they're Cardassian. Do you think they could be disguised?
I'm not sure why the Tal Shiar would want to disguise themselves as Cardassians, but I suppose they could be disguised. Some sort of holographic disguise, or maybe they're just using their ships.
And lightly guarded? They have combat-ready escorts. We'll need to defeat the escorts and disable the transport vessels. Then we can board and start looking for my sister. I still think she could be on board, even though the escorts are Cardassian ships instead of Tal Shiar.
I don't think Charva's intel could have been that inaccurate. She is most likely aboard. Right. All hands to battle stations, tactical alert, load photon torpedo bays, power up the forward disruptor bank. Let's destroy the escort ships and then disable the carriers. Fire! Looks like a squadron of Hideki classes. Fire! Forward torpedoes! Fire! Right, there goes one of them. Tactical target the next vessel. Emit a pulse from our singularity core. The hull integrity is down to 34%. The aft shields are down. Our port and aft shields are down. Our forward shields are at 50%. Auxiliary power to shields. Right, there goes that Hideki class. Tactical, target the rest. Fire! Our port shields are down. Our hull integrity is down to 65%. Target that Hideki class ahead of us, fire a spread of torpedoes. Right, that got their hull integrity down to 10%. A few more shots from our disruptors. And they're destroyed. Right, there's still quite a few ships remaining, but nothing we can't deal with. Aft weapons, fire! Come aboard, prepare to fire another spread of torpedoes. Fire! Right, there goes another Hideki class. Aft weapons, fire! Bring the forward torpedo tubes to bear, harder port. Fire another pulse from our singularity core. Fire! Looks like there's one Gallo class commanding the squadron. That will be the last ship we deal with before the carriers. Fire! Right, target the last Hideki class escort and fire! There goes the last Hideki class. Tactical, target that Gallo class and fire! Auxiliary power to weapons. Let's destroy this ship. Hard to starboard. Tactical. Helm, stay with them. They're executing an evasive pattern, but it's not enough to get them away from us. Their port shields are down. Their hull integrity is down to 70%. Make that 30%. Prepare to fire another spread of torpedoes. On my mark. Fire! The D'Varin was caught in the blast, and it got our structural integrity down to 24%, but the escort has been destroyed. Helm, set a course for those transport vessels. Fire to disable, target shield systems and engines. Fire! Oh, out of starboard evasive maneuvers. It seems the transports have been armed. Looks like some form of tachyon disruptor. Nothing the shields can't stand up to, however. Torpedoes, fire! They've got some impressive shields for transport vessels. But due to their limited weaponry, they can hardly stand up to us. Their starboard shields are down. Fire aft weapons. Belay that order, the transport's been disabled. Tactical, disable the next transport. Looks like this one's been armed with phaser cannons. Bloody hell. The concentrated fire from both ships has done a number on the hull and weakened our forged shields. But with a few evasive maneuvers, we have recovered. Their aft shields are down. Their engines are nearly destroyed, and there they go. Tactical, target the last vessel. Torpedoes.
Reinforcements inbound.
Reinforcements? Bloody hell, that's a Calden class. Evasive maneuvers. Our forged shields are down. Hard at port. Barrel channel power directly from the Singularity core to the shields. Hard at port. Prepare to fire another spread of torpedoes. The hull integrity is down to 35%. Auxiliary power to weapons. Let's destroy this Calden class. Let's finish this with a spread of torpedoes. Hard about. Fire!
That's the last of them. An away team is waiting in the transporter room. We can board the first transport as soon as you're ready.
Right, let's find out if Charva's intel was correct. Let's board those transports. Tovan reports that there's something blocking our scanners, which would be standard operating procedure for a vessel carrying prisoners. Tovan suggests we search the ship and then head to the bridge. Agreed. Weapons ready. I was about to say that I doubt that this transport is unguarded, but I can already see officers. Can't identify the species. Actually, it looks like Cardassian. They haven't seen us yet. Oh, never mind. Fire! Fire! Right, they don't seem to have the best personal shielding, so they are likely low-level officers. Tovan says that the soldiers were too well trained for a prison transport. Too well trained for a prison transport? I suppose so, but they didn't have the best equipment. I don't know, maybe Cardassians just like to train their prison guards. Right, let's continue the search. Right. Looks like a standard transport configuration. Oh!
There are faint life signs up ahead. One of them could be Rhinna. Let's check our fire.
Right, I don't see anyone who could be injured by a misfired shot. Except this person. Fire! Right, we vaporized her. Oh, bloody hell, that is an ambush! Bloody hell, there's more on the way. Take up a defensive position! Fire! Right. Right, looks like there's a few places to search here. Right, this looks like a cargo bay. But if they were transporting prisoners, I doubt they would need this much cargo. What the devil? Verrill says the compartment is full of small arms and explosives on a prison transport. Standard procedure for, at the very least, Romulan prison transports is to keep explosives and weapons far away from prisoners. What the devil? Perhaps the Cardassians were confident enough in their security to transport both weapons and prisoners. Right, let's see what's in these containers. Tovan says, the ship isn't configured like a prison transport ship at all. Well, I don't know much about Cardassian designs, but I would tend to agree. What could be the case is that the entire convoy is not specifically designed for prison transport. Perhaps this ship is for cargo transportation and one of the others is transporting prisoners. I doubt they'd have very many prisoners. Bloody hell, another cargo room. Satra says that she's detecting body armor and personal shield units. They're useful, but nothing special. Body armor and personal shield units. This is starting to look less and less like a prison transport. Right, it's one more compartment and then the bridge. Oh, lo and behold, there aren't any prisoners. Right, let's see what's in here. Tovan says the life signs he detected before are gone, and he doesn't think Rhinna is aboard this ship. I would tend to agree. I don't think any prisoners are aboard this ship. This seems to be a weapons transport, not prisoners. Right, let's check the bridge. Right, I'm overriding the bridge door lockouts. Oh, fire! Bloody hell. Seems most of the security forces grouped at the bridge. But none of them have particularly impressive personal shielding, so we have them outmatched in that regard. Fire! Right, that one was vaporized. That seems to be the last of them. Right, we've searched the entire ship now and there's no prisoners. Right. Looks like a standard bridge configuration for a cargo vessel. Right, I'll access the ship's computer and figure out what the hell's going on. Right, I've discovered a stolen document that seems to describe Tal Shiar troop movements in the sector. Fascinating.
Perhaps the Tal Shiar knew the Cardassians took this convoy and sent us here to fight them. No matter who survived, us or the True Way, either way the Tal Shiar wins.
Well, that makes sense. That is how the Tal Shiar operate.
The Tal Shiar led us into a trap. Again. I'm tired of being lied to. Being tricked.
Agreed.
The self-destruct on this ship is still active. Let's set it before we beam over to the next one and look for Rhinna there. All we should leave behind is a cloud of debris, and then the Tal Shiar and the True Way will know the cost of crossing the Romulan Republic.
My thoughts exactly. Right, I'm activating the ship's self-destruct sequence. Kel Inra to D'Varin, prepare to transport us to the next transport vessel. And bring the ship to a safe distance. We're about to destroy this one. Right, let's see. Right. The self-destruct's been activated. A Starfleet representative aboard the D'Varin says that if we're ready to transport to the next vessel, we can move the away team directly to that ship's bridge. That might save us some time. Energize. Weapons ready. Oh. It looks like they're still at their stations. I don't think they expected us to beam to their bridge. They still haven't noticed us, despite my shot. Right, let's start from the right. Wonder how close I can get before he realizes I'm here. Hello? Oh god, he's been vaporized. Right, let's clear the bridge. Right, there's one more. Hiding behind the chairs. Right, that looks like the last of them. Right, I'm activating the ship's computers. I've discovered the orders that were given to this vessel from Trueway Command, or whatever the Trueway call their leaders. Your ship is to be part of the convoy being sent to Pi Canis Sector Block. Your orders are to ambush any Romulan ships that you can overwhelm easily and acquire their cloaking technology.
There isn't any data on prisoners here. It's just cargo and soldiers. I don't understand why Charva would send us here. Was she trying to get us killed?
Don't worry, we'll find Rhinna Tovan. We need to figure all of this out before we can make any rash decisions. Well, looks like this transport was a waste of time. There's still one to go, so there is still some hope. I'm activating the ship's self-destruct. D'Varin, prepare to transport us to the next vessel. Veril says the self-destruct sequence is disabled. We need to manually overload the warp core. Oh, for God's sake, haven't we wasted enough time already? Oh, bloody hell, we have to clear out the entire ship now. We have to get to the engineering section. Right, fire! Bloody hell. Right. Right, it seems there's an officer here with an impressive personal shield. But she is outnumbered. Bloody hell, I was in a stasis field. Right, that looks like the last of them in this section at least. Right, let's get to the warp core and overload the damn thing, so we can get this waste of time over with.
I can't believe Charva would lie about Rhinna being on one of these ships. We used to be so close.
Well, she may not have lied, Tovan. She may have simply been misled. The Tel Shiar may have found out about her connection to us and used that connection to mislead us. Right, the corridor seems to be clear. Oh, there's some down there. Fire! Bloody hell. Right, we took them by surprise, so that was relatively easy. Let's get to the warp core and destroy this damn ship. What a colossal waste of time. They're still at their stations. Hello. Right, both of them were vaporized. Let's overload the warp core. Right, I'm setting the warp core to a rapid overload. D'Varin, prepare to transport us to the next transport. Right, D'Varin, energize! It seems the D'Varin was unable to transport us to the bridge this time. My god, look at all these torpedoes. Jesus, something tells me that this isn't a transport either. Right, I'm scanning the area. Satra reports she's detecting an energy buildup ahead of us in what appears to be another cargo hold. She recommends we investigate before we head to the bridge. Agreed. I doubt a prison transport would be transporting this many torpedoes. Satra says that we should be careful what we shoot at. Apparently most things here don't react well to weapons fire. Understood. Right. Watch where you aim. Let's fire at the Cardassian officers only. Fire! Right, there goes one. Bloody hell. Whoever threw that grenade, you're playing a risky game, my god. In a room full of torpedoes. Jesus Christ. Right? Oh, bloody hell. An ambush. Fire! Right, left side is clear, but there's a squadron of Cardassians ahead of us. They haven't seen us. Right, let's continue. Fire! Right, that one was vaporized. Right, let's get to the bridge and find out what the hell is going on here. Oh, a force field. Perhaps there's a hull breach. Oh, yeah, that looks like a hull breach. It seems one of our torpedoes that was meant to hit an engine or a shield array hit the hull of the ship. Well, luckily the emergency force fields are online. Right, let's get to the bridge. Oh, bloody hell, another room of torpedoes. How wonderful. Right, again, be careful what you shoot at. Fire! Bloody hell. That's a grenade! Bloody hell! These Cardassians must have a death wish. They must... Another grenade, my god. Fire! Oh, another grenade. Bloody hell. Take cover! Bloody hell, that's a Legate! I'm not sure if my knowledge of Cardassian ranks isn't exactly up to date, but I believe that is a Legate. That's the equivalent of one of our admirals. Bloody hell. Although I suppose a Legate in the true way isn't much of a Legate, seeing as the True Way is a terrorist organization. The D'Varin reports that this is a trap and the ship is rigged to self-destruct. She's initiating emergency transport. Energize now!
More escort ships inbound on an attack vector.
Right, tactical alert, shields up. Low torpedo bays, power up the disruptor banks. Right. There goes the 3 cargo vessels. Looks like 2 Hideki classes and a Keldon class. Well, this will be quite a fight. We've executed repairs since the last fight, so this should be a more even fight against this Keldon class. Fire! Tactical, target those Hideki class escorts, then we can focus our fire on that Keldon class. They've emitted a tachyon beam from their deflector array. Our shields have been drained to 50%. Auxiliary power to shields. Harder port, destroy that Hideki class. Right, that torpedo dealt with them. Target the next Hideki class vessel. Harder starboard. Aft weapons, fire. Hard about. Prepare to fire another spread of torpedoes. Right, target that Keldon class and fire! Right, their starboard shields are at 50%. Emit a pulse from our Singularity core. That got their starboard shields down and their hull integrity down to 70%. Aft weapons, fire! Come aboard, prepare to fire more torpedoes. Harder starboard. Fire! Right, their hull integrity is down to 54%. They managed to raise their starboard shields again, but we've gotten through them again. Right, fire. Their hull integrity is down to 11%. Fire all weapons. Right, they're attempting to escape. Fire more torpedoes. Fire. It seems that the IRW Aethra has warped into the system. That's Commander Charva's vessel. Let's get to the bottom of this. Satra, open a channel.
I provided the convoy's coordinates as a gesture of good faith. I remember how close Tovan was to his sister. Rhinna was my friend too. Although she's committed crimes against the Romulan Star Empire, I'm willing to give her and you another chance.
Well, Charva, it seems you're still unaware. There were no prisoners on any of those ships.
How could you lie to us again? Lead us into another trap. And you use Rhinna to do it. That's low. Even for the Tal Shiar. She wasn't on those transports. It was all a setup. A deception intended to get us killed. And I'm not falling for it again. Give me a reason, any reason to believe the woman I cared about is still in you, that you can still be saved.
The Tal Shiar moves prisoners all the time. Sometimes it's for security reasons, or because Colonel Hakib wants to handle an interrogation personally. Maybe Rhinna has already been sent someplace else. I'll check my contacts and see what I can find. I'm trying to help. You can't deny that. Maybe now you'll see that all Tal Shiar aren't the monsters that Datan and his group make us out to be.
Well, I have seen nothing so far that can convince me of that, Charva. Well, so much for that. Tovan says that we should report back to Sub-Commander Nadal. We need to put word out that the convoy was successfully destroyed and that Rhinna is still missing. As to what game Charva is playing, that will take more time to understand. Right, set a course out of the system, warp 1, and... once we're clear, contact Sub-Commander Nadal on subspace.
We've put word out that Tovan's sister is still missing. I'll let you know if we hear anything. Keep talking to Charva. It's clear now she's playing some sort of game. But we can get ahead of this if you and Tovan keep her distracted. Anything that will give us an upper hand with the Tal Shiar will help our cause.
Understood, Sub-Commander. We will maintain contact with Commander Charva. Kel Inra out. Well, at the very least, we destroyed a few Cardassian True-Way ships, but other than that, that was a complete and utter waste of time. As for Commander Charva, I think she may have good intentions, but for some reason her information seems to be wrong at every turn. And with that, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content and you'd like to see more, please feel free to like and subscribe. And, as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!